Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I am going to show you my CD finds for the month of June 2023. As I've been doing this year, I'm splitting up CDs and vinyl just to make the videos a little bit more compact. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to start just real quick. I've already done a video on this, but this is the newest album by the Midnight Callers, a power pop group called Rattled Humming Heart. I highly suggest that you pick this up. It's out everywhere now on CD and vinyl. It's a fantastic record. Next, I got three little pieces of VCLT from my cousin Ethan, who gave me three CDs that he had upgraded with. The first is Fleetwood Mac, Then Play On. The big song on here was Oh Well, very bluesy, heavy track. He also gave me Ride the Lightning by Metallica. So now I have two Metallica related pieces. And then he gave me Signed and Sealed in Blood by Dropkick Murphys. He's a big fan of Irish punk, Irish music. And he had upgraded his copy and gave this to me. So thank you so much, Ethan. Next, I have a few Avett brother related items. The first is an actual Avett related Avett album. This is Live Volume 2. This was recorded, I believe, somewhere in North Carolina. Yeah, most of the tracks were recorded at the Neighborhood Theater in Charlotte, North Carolina. And then a few tracks were recorded at King's Barricade in Raleigh. So this is when the Avetts were still playing very raw. But the first two or three albums were on here in terms of like the tracks. So really, really raw, raucous performance back before the Avetts were filling out stadiums. Next, I got three solo records by Seth Avett. This was his side project with the Avett Brothers. The first came out right when the first album came out, I think in the year 2000. This is his solo performing name, Timothy Seth Avett, as Darling. This is To Make the World Quiet. Again, very raw. He's playing all of the instruments, very more introspective than some of those early Avett albums. There's Seth on the back, only about 20-something years old, maybe 20, with that full beard. Something that I will never be able to achieve. This is the second album. This is called Killing the Headlamps. Again, kind of a similar style. This came out in 2002, I think. And then probably his most popular, this is The Morning, the Silver, the Bell. Again, he plays just about all the instruments on it, recorded them in his room, garages, hotel rooms, stuff like that. So some Avett related stuff. And next, I got the companion album to Western Stars, the film. This is the live concert that Bruce Springsteen did as a film. So it's the track listing to his wonderful album, Western Stars. He does all the tracks, and then he also finishes with a cover of Rhinestone Cowboy, because if you've ever listened to Western Stars, you know that it really pays homage to Jimmy Webb and Glenn Campbell production from the 70s. So Western Stars, Bruce Springsteen, songs from the film. Check it out. Very good. Next, this is a new album that I will hopefully be doing a review on very soon. This is This Far South. It's the debut album by Tommy Prine. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the youngest son of John Prine. He has a brand new album, debut, produced by Ruston Kelly. Very different than his dad's music, but he's very introspective. Not quite as humorous as his dad, but he's trying to be his own songwriter, which I respect. And I'll talk about this if I ever do a review, but he sounds like Josiah Johnson from The Head and the Heart, the co-lead singer on those first two albums that The Head and the Heart did. So This Far South by Tommy Prine, very cool. Next, just a few, I'll do this. I was at a record store when I was on vacation in Pigeon Forge. We went to Gatlinburg for the day, and I went to the record store there called oh crap, what's it called? Um, Shoot, I can't remember. I'm sorry, but it's in downtown Gatlinburg. Um, and I'll remember as soon as it's over. But I got Tom Waits, his album Alice, which was also I also purchased. Blood Money. Both of these albums were released the same day in 2002. I would say Alice has a few more ballady kind of songs on it, whereas Blood Money is a little bit more dark. But very, very good albums, both of them. You have to like Tom Waits, that's for sure, to like these albums. A couple songs on here pretty rough, but it's Tom Waits, so you kind of know what you're getting into if you know anything about him. I got two other CDs. I finally got a copy of Van Morrison's Live at the Hollywood Bowl Astro Weeks. I knew this album. My mom had a copy of it that a friend of hers gave. So it's exactly what it says. It's Van Morrison performing the songs from Astro Weeks. I think in 2008, it was for the 40th anniversary of Astro Weeks. So he does all the tracks, not in the order, but he does all 8 tracks. And then he also, on this, there's a bonus, two bonus songs where he sings Listen to the Lion and Common One. So Listen to the Lion was from St. Dominic's Preview. Common One is the title song from the album Common One. And then I also got this little set that I've been wanting for a while. This is the complete recordings of them, 1964 through 67. So this is when Van Morrison was with them. So you have all the album tracks, as well as live on the BBC takes, some alternate takes, demos, a couple different BBC sessions. So it's everything you want there from the very young Ivan Morrison. And then my last little stack here, I was at Barnes & Noble, and I picked this up. I've been wanting it for a while. This is How Great Thou Art, the gospel album by Elvis, one of a couple that he did. Some cuts on here. Crying in the Chapel was a fairly moderate hit. So High as a rocker. He does Farther Along. Run On, which is a great track. And I might have actually shown this last month now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, How Great Thou Art. Elvis Presley, great gospel album. I picked this up, which came out earlier this year. This is the 50th anniversary of Ace by Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead. This was his debut solo album, it's essentially a Grateful Dead album, other than the fact that Bob sings all the songs and they don't have Pigpen, the keyboard player, on there. But it was the 50th anniversary, and so you have a bonus disc of Bob in 2022 playing with his solo project, the Wolf Brothers, which has Jeff Chimeni, Jay Lane. John Mayer is actually playing on this, but is uncredited. Greg Lees, I think, is playing on here. And Don Was playing bass. So he performed the album at the Radio City Music Hall. So yeah, really, really cool. I liked it a lot. Songs on here: Greatest Story Ever Told, One More Saturday Night, Cassidy, playing in the band. Really, really good stuff. I picked this up. I didn't know if they had a new album out, but this is Rachel and Vilray. This is Rachel Price, who is the lead singer of Lake Street Dive. It's her main project, but the guitar player's name is Vilray. I think they were they went to college together, and it is very, very well put together. Original tracks, kind of performed in the style of like maybe some like Ella Fitzgerald, but beautiful vocal jazz, beautiful guitar jazz. So if you like, Ella Fitzgerald, if you like maybe some Django Reinhardt kind of guitar playing, I highly recommend this. This is called I Love a Love Song. It's their second album. Definitely get it if you like jazz. Randy Nelson, talking to you. This is the album put out by Billy Strings. This is called Me and Dad, that he did with his stepfather, Terry Barber. They just do a bunch of covers of traditional bluegrass tracks like Long Journey Home. Let's see, Little White Church, Dig a Little Deeper in the Well. I Heard My Mother Weeping. So you also have some of the Del McCoury band is on here. So is Jerry Douglas playing dobro. So check this out. Glenn Kellaway, you need to get this if you don't have it. And then lastly, I finally got the CD of Shadow Kingdom, the newest project by Bob Dylan. This is the soundtrack album that he put out to match the film that came out in 2021 during COVID. So it's new takes on old songs, including a one original to this project called Sierra's Theme. It's a instrumental, but what's cool about this album is every song flows into the next one. So it's very, very cool. Shadow Kingdom, definitely a mood piece. There you go. There are my CDs for June. I'm going to turn this off and go ahead and record my vinyl finds. So stay tuned for that. Y'all be good. Take care. We'll talk to you in the next one. Bye now.